Today I'm going to be talking about the 3 refund restriction limit. So if you're already familiar with the restriction, or if you never return games, then you don't need to watch. For everyone else, I'm going to be explaining what I just recently learned, which ended up costing me $35, and how you can avoid it happening to you. I recently returned 3 games in the last 12 months due to getting one of the games for free for early access from the devs, and I had already pre ordered the game and returning 2 because the release dates changed on some games, and I decided I'd rather purchase other games instead. None of these games I returned was even played, not 1 hour. They were all pre orders I decided to cancel. Apparently, you can only be refunded 3 times in the last 12 months, and then you're screwed in any game you purchase that is completely broken, like Cyberpunk or Outriders, unless the company wants to do a huge bailout to the companies like Microsoft and Sony, like Cyberpunk did. Or if the launch version is buggy to the point that it's more frustrating than fun, which applies to so many games in the last 2 years. You may be thinking, well, if the game is broken, shouldn't I be able to get a refund even if I've reached this 3 return limit? I thought so too, and now I am stuck with wasting $35 on this broken game. I contacted Microsoft twice. I had my case escalated, providing the video proof of me playing the game and the first mission having a game breaking bug which would not allow me to complete the first mission, and sending them a link showing them multiple people reporting similar issues with game progression, and also game progression wipes where their saves were just randomly completely deleted and losing 100% of their current progression. So I quickly learned that Microsoft does not care about refunding for broke games if you've reached this 3 limit. They'll stand behind that policy and you'll be out of hard earned money. Apparently, according to other reports, these 3 refunds in the last 12 months also apply to everything under the sun, from your children ordering games without permission, games that are broken at launch and unplayable, any reason really. If you got a refund for any reason, it counts towards your 3 within the last 12 months. It's basically 3 strikes, and if you get the bad luck of picking a fourth title that year, you're shit out of luck. This wouldn't be so bad if so many of the games being released at the moment weren't shit on release. But now we have to wait for updates to fix the game, which sometimes never even happen. And by the time they fix the game, often there's another game we'd rather play. So at the moment, this 3 refund into the last 12 months is kind of a problem. Personally, I think a multi-trillion-dollar company would have a better return policy, and at minimum would allow you to return defective products 100% of the time. Apparently, though, that's not the case. That's how you get $2 million, load the fine print up with a lot of restrictions, and cancel an Xbox account if you try to dispute a charge. I'm not positive Microsoft does this, but I can tell you Sony did it to me when Bethesda and Sony refused to refund me for microtransactions that were lost when a game, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, just deleted my save file and also deleted the microtransactions that were purchased in that file, and I had no access to those microtransactions anymore. I disputed the charge. Sony said I either pay them or I can't have my account anymore, and I can't have any games that were purchased on that account. I'm not sure if Microsoft follows that same policy, but that is Sony's policy. So, what can you do to make sure that you're not the victim of this return policy restriction? One, don't buy pre orders weeks or months in advance. Your 14-day worry free easy access for your 3 returns for the year or the last 12 months is on games that were recently purchased. If a game is past a certain point from purchase, even on a pre order, you have to contact customer service to request the refund. If you spent a couple days on the game before requesting the refund, that could give them even more reason to deny the refund. Pre ordering games a couple days in advance is your best way to buy if you want to have the game on launch date, especially with some of these games now changing their releases. I mean, that's always been a thing, but I think the gaming community is kind of pressuring these games to have better launch releases. So it might be ideal to pre order your game a day or two in advance. If you can wait a couple days on a game to play it, or if you've already returned 1 to 3 games in the last year, it's probably best to wait a week and see what your friends think of the game or watch some gameplay on Twitch or YouTube so you can see and confirm that you actually like the game. And that's all I have to say on the topic. I just wanted to let y'all know about the issue or the restriction more so. I was shocked as a gamer for so many years, beating over 1,000 titles, that I didn't know about this restriction. For me, I couldn't even find the number of returns allowed on Google. I had to check my account. I even asked 2 Microsoft agents to see if they could provide the right answer after learning the correct one. One said 2 or 3, but don't quote them on it. And the other one said the return staff handles that. I guess one kind of got it right. It was 3, but yeah, no. Both did not know the answer. Hopefully, this information saves you from getting screwed out of money in the future. Wish I'd known about it last year. I'd have $35 more in the bank. I hope that helps.